It's Wednesday, December the 6th. These are the charts of the day. A weird day on Wall Street today as markets were mixed and mostly lower, but a lot of stocks we followed did well. A lot of them did pull back at the end of the day when the market took a pretty hard late hit. Let's take a look at some of them. Alt, Immune, Biotech, which popped a week ago and then pulled back for a couple of days, popped yet again today. And I'm thinking momentum could take this to 8 3/4, even 10 short term. But be careful on any of these. ARVN popped out across resistance. They had a big up bar, 23 to 31, closed 30.50, up 733. The volume was 2.9 million, which for that stock is huge. And there is some resistance coming up just above here, around that 30, 32 range. So we got to watch to see what happens. But your follow-up, next target, 38.9. Aspen breaks out, retests, pops, flags, and today broke out again. Wasn't a good close, but it was still up $1.35 or about 13%. It did hit the top of the channel, so you may go into consolidation mode, but the extension target is 14.5. CHSN International, a fairly recent IPO from back in April, broke out to all-time highs today with a spike up yesterday and a follow-through today. You might see 8 or 9 in the stock before it's over. Direct DRCT, Direct Digital Holdings, really solid rising flag. Really good technicals. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one run into the high teens, low 20s. EYPT, after popping 2 days ago, it's been holding. And usually when they do that, provided they don't break support, I think we're going to go higher. 26.7, 33.4. LWLG broke out of a base today, up through the moving averages as well. May be turning the corner. Targets 6 and 7. MLGO exploded on monster volume, 89 million shares, going from 242 to 1076 and backing off to 983, up 741, up 300% plus. Huge volume, 89 million, as I said, and it's near the upper end of the range. Now, last time it did that, it closed weekly, came down, but this time you might see a follow through. And if so, 1617 is my target. PHR also popped out with a breakaway gap on volume that exceeded anything we've seen since I've been following the stock. Fresa basically up at resistance and follow through here gets you to 22. PHVS, another biotech stock, after 3-month consolidation falling channel, broke out yesterday, a nice follow through today. Now it didn't close great, but it was still up 20%, 19% on 2.5 million, which is huge volume for that stock. My follow through target is 37. SLNO breaks out of a base with a breakaway gap. It did pull back, but it finished up 333 or 16.6%. The volume was a hefty 27 million, looking like it wants to extend. Targets at 25 and 30. Sera exploded today, 206%, jumping from 237 to 986 before backing way off to 640 or thereabout. It was up 4 1/4 though, over 200%. It does look like, based on this pattern, there may be a reason for this stock to extend towards 11. SLNO, one of our swing trades, popped, coiled, and has been breaking out. Today definitely accelerated the breakout. I'm now looking for 45 and 48. Square, monster move, breakaway gap, moving averages crossed over, flying channel, extension targets 80 and 90. Stellantis, that's Chrysler. Coming out of the base, wedge, breakaway gap, rising pattern, very strong chart. 24.5 3/4 is my target. SYRS, another biotech with a big spike up, jumped from 286 to 464, backed off to near 4, up 116, 41% though on record volume for this stock. Breaking out of a base, I'm looking for 5.5. TGTX, pop, coil, rising channel. Now looking like it wants to accelerate. Today's gain 203 or 14%. Target 19.5. And finally, wrap, after popping in October, November, taking it from 1 1/4 to about 3 1/4, 2 points, and then pull back and coil. It's moving up again. And if it comes out of here, you might see 4 1/4 or half area. That's your next target. And let's look at some of the hot stocks at the techtrader.com. Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow.